Okay, so you guys are going to start data collection this Tuesday. So that's what you guys are going to be starting. I'm sorry, this week on Monday is data collection all through the month of April. And so I'm just going to do this video is just going to be the exercises that are due, the first 3 exercises due this week, which is creating frequency table, creating a dot plot, and reading dot plots and frequency table. So the keyword in frequency table is frequent. So you're just seeing how frequent that number is or how many times that number occurs. So I'm going to go ahead and do 4 questions with you on here and click let's go. So yes, we have common cleans the dishes at Keith's kettle. The data below shows the number of dishes she cleaned in each of her 9 shifts over the last 2 weeks. Use the data to create a frequency table. So here we have the number of dishes, and we're supposed to put the number of shifts that had those number of dishes cleaned. So where we have 42, we're going to look for how many times 42 occurs. So 42 only occurs this one time. So for number of shifts, I'm going to put 1. Next, I'm going to look for 43. So 43 occurs 2 times. So I'm going to go over here to 43 and put 2 for number of shifts. Next, I'm going to 44. 44 occurs 2 times. So my frequency table beside 44, I'm going to put 2 for number of shifts it occurs. And here we have 45, so I'm looking for how frequent 45 is, and I see 45 occurs 3 times. So on my frequency table, I'm going to put 3, and then I'm going to go to 46 and see how many times that occurs, which is just 1 time. Okay? So this is my final answer, which is 42, 1, 43, 2, 44, 2, 43, 45, 3, 46, 1. And I'm going to pick. And I go to my next question. Same thing for my frequency table. First thing I noticed is talking about data points for the number of pictures that Kai has published in each of the local newspapers. So it says number of pictures 0, and I have 2 newspapers, 1, 2. I have 2 times that the 0 occurs, so I have 2 newspapers that he's not published any pictures for. And then I'm going to go to 1 and see how many times that occurs for my frequency table. 1 only occurs 1 time. So I have 1 newspaper that 1 picture has occurred. Then for 2, I'm going to see how many times 2 occurs. 2 doesn't occur any number of times, so I'm going to have 0 newspapers that only 2 pictures have occurred. And then I'm going to go to 3, and I see 3 occurs 2 times. So I'm going to go over here and put 2. And then 4, I see 4 occurs only 1 time. So right here, I'm gonna put 1. All right. So I hope you guys understand what I'm doing. I'm just counting the number of times those things show up. So 0 shows up 2 times. 1 shows up 1 time. 2 doesn't show up at all, so I put 0. And 3 shows up 2 times, and 4 shows up 1. That's just how you would do these questions. So I believe I can move on. For frequency, I think you get it. You're just counting how many number of times that thing occurs. Next, we're going to go on to, after frequency tables, you're going to go to creating dot plots. And dot plots is similar to frequency table, except for dot plots, you're putting the number of you're putting dots the many number of times that number shows up. So it's like a frequency table except with dots, if that makes any sense. All right, so here we have this question. It says, Lena is training to be a hairstylist. Below are the number of haircuts that she gave during each of her 8 training shifts. She gave 15 haircuts for 3 shifts, 16 haircuts, and the number shifts 2, 17, 2, 18, 1. And they want us to create a dot plot for it. So what you're going to do is you're going to see number of haircuts is down here. And when you go to 15, you want to see how many number of shifts. So that was 3. So I need to click 1, 2, 3 dots and make sure that I have 3 dots. For 16, I have 2. So I'm going to click 1, 2. And for 17, I have 2 shifts, 1, 2. And 18 occurs 1 time. So I'm just going to click 1 for 18 and check. If you do not understand, you can always click on your hints. You can click down here to see step-by-step to hints or video. So again, let's do another one. So here we have a number of loss that Minnesota Eagles have had each season. So they had 10 loss. I'm going to start with this lowest number, which is 9 right here. And 9 only occurs 1 time, as you see. So I'm going to just have 1 dot for 9. Next, I'm going to go to 10. So they have 2 seasons when they've had 10 losses. So that's the 1, 2 right there. So I'm going to click 1, 2, 2 times. And you're just going to click on it. And then 11, that's 2 times as well. 1, 2. So 11 should have 2 dots. And for 12 losses, they've had 1 season where they had up to 12 losses. So I'm just going to click 1 dot. And that's how you. Okay, so it said not why. What did I do wrong? So I'm just going to go back over here and see. I'm sorry, it was 2 for 12 because I have 1, 2 right here. So I need to click 2 dots and my answer. So here, same thing, you have resting rate in beats per minute, and then you have your number of players that have that resting rate. So for 80 beats per minute, I have 2 players, so I need to click 2 dots, 1, 2. For 81, I have 2 players as well, so under 81, I'm gonna click 1, 2. For 82, I have 3 players, so I have to click 3 dots, 1, 2, 3. And for 83, I have 1 player, so I'm gonna click 1 and click check. Oh, sorry, I didn't click 3 here. It should be 3. All right, and click. So what's going on here? This was 2 and this is. So you have to be careful when you click in. All right, so that's creating dot plots. Dot plots is just the number of dots for how many times that number shows up. It's a frequency table but with dots. That makes sense. So, and then after that, the next thing that's due, so you would do the 3 things that are going in your grade book by Tuesday are creating dot plots, creating a frequency table, creating dot plots, and reading dot plots and frequency table. So I'm gonna go ahead and click start for reading. So here, I'm gonna click let's go. So here it says how many matches have there been this year. So we had here we have a frequency table, as you can see. It tells us the number of injured players and those number of matches with those injured players. But here it wants the total number of matches that there have been this year. Well, we have for your total number of matches, what you're going to do is add up all your number of matches. So we had 0 matches where only 0 players were injured. We had 2 matches where 1 player was injured, 1 match where 2 players were injured, and 0 matches where 3 players were injured, and 1 match where 4 players were injured. So the total number of matches will be 2 plus will be all this added together will be my 2. I had at least 2, then plus another 1, 2 plus 1 plus 1. So I have a total of 5 matches, right? So here I have, I mean not 5, 4. Jesus, y'all, pray for your math teacher. I can't add 2 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, so 2 plus 1 plus 1 is just a total of 4 matches, and you click 4 here and check. To the next question, here it has things scored fewer than 45 goals in how many seasons? So I want fewer than 45, which means only 43 up to 44. So I don't need all of these. So I need to see how many seasons that I either got 43 and 44. And I see that's 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. So that's going to be 4 seasons. I hope these make sense to you. I feel like they're very compared to the last compared to the last compared to the last section, they're very like, I don't know, more straightforward, maybe more cognitively like easy, if that makes sense. Okay, so here we have a dot plot, and each dot represents a different day. And then here they're giving us the temperature in Celsius in those different days. And the question is, what high temperature occurred the most often? So I want to see which temperature had the most days, occurred during the most days. And I see this one has the most days. It has 5 days. So 10 degrees Celsius will be my final answer. And then I'll go to the last question, which is a frequency table. It has the number of strokes that golfers made and then the number of golfers that took those number of strokes. It said how many golfers took more than 3 strokes. So what I need to look at is greater than 3 strokes, which is down here. And then I need to look at how many golfers did that. So what I would need to do would be add up I know 10 golfers did 4 strokes, and 4 golfers did 5 strokes, and 6 golfers did, 4 golfers did 5 strokes and 2 golfers did 6 strokes. So I'll need to add up this number of golfers, 10 plus 4 plus 2, which will give me 16. All right, so I hope this was of some help for what's due by Tuesday and what's going in your grade book by Tuesday. So this is a frequency table. So the ones with numbers are frequency table, and the ones with the dots are dot table. And then you would just go on to your review. And then Wednesday, you have to be done with all your March work. So for those of you who need to catch up, or those of you who are done with, those of you who did all your match work, then you're finished. Those of you who need to catch up, then you need to catch up and make sure you're done with all of that work, okay? So that you can focus on your April work. So I have that whole Wednesday. You can do it before Wednesday, or you can have it done by then. I hope this was of some help. Feel free to message me or just log into my Zoom. I'll have a Zoom link where you can just click on that and call me at any time if you need help, okay?